Hello and welcome to your energy reading for December 2012 using Feng Shui Astrology and the Tarot. Now, there is so much going on energetically in December. The first thing I want to talk about is the solstice actually on the 21st for a number of reasons. The first thing I want to talk about is the so-called Mayan prophecy. There's lots of stories going around the internet about the fact that the 21st of December 2012 is going to be the end of the world. I don't think it is, but I'm making plans for 2013. But you know, the Mayan people were a very ancient culture and they had a lot of knowledge. They observed nature, they observed the skies, they had a lot of knowledge about energy cycles, as did a lot of other ancient cultures as well. And the stories you see about what is happening on the 21st of December are purely that. They're just stories, they're interpretations. We don't actually know what's going to happen. The Mayans did actually say that around that time there's going to be a shift in energy cycles, and my view really is that this is a shift in consciousness, and there's a lot of people that think that. And you know, this shift has actually been happening for quite a few years already. It's not as if you're going to wake up on the 21st and somehow a switch is just going to be flipped and everything changes. It doesn't happen like that, because these are huge changes and they take a long time to happen. So things have been going on for a number of years, and they'll continue to go on for a number of years as slowly we change our consciousness as a race. In fact, you know, we're probably not even going to recognize it until a few generations down the line, and then we'll see that there were some major changes happening now. So you know, things are kind of moving around there, but please don't listen to all the doom and gloom merchants on the internet. Really don't. The second reason I want to talk about the solstice is that in the daily Feng Shui Astrology energy cycles, what happens at the solstice is that it actually, the cycle reverses itself. So it's kind of going round and round, then all of a sudden it sort of stops on the solstice and then goes the other way. So what we're going to find is this, almost like this kind of hiatus in energy. It's kind of this stopping before we gain momentum and move back the other way. So there'll be a kind of like a fight between different types of energy to gain supremacy. So it could be a little bit of a confusing time just for a few days around the solstice. But just kind of feet firmly on the ground, remain grounded, and you'll be fine. Now, there's another reason why the solstice is important energy-wise as well. Here in the Northern Hemisphere, we are going to have the winter solstice. So the 21st of December is when we have ultimate yin energy. It's dark, it's very feminine, it's quiet. This is where we get to the deepest, darkest midwinter. And then after that date, yang starts to come in and grow while the yin energy weakens and diminishes. So there'll be a strong feeling kind of after that of this change in personality of energy. If you're in the southern hemisphere, it's the opposite. You're going to hit kind of highest yang, and then after that the yang will descend and you'll start getting quieter with more yin energy coming in. So that's always a kind of change around the solstice as well. Now, if all of that wasn't enough, from the 7th of December, the monthly energy cycle in Feng Shui Astrology welcomes, it kind of brings in this very fast energy. It's called wind energy, which normally gets a few laughs from people. And but you know, wind energy it's so creative, it's so fast, it's really auspicious. Feng Shui consultants, we love wind energy. We love that creative, that opportunistic energy. And we always try to optimize that where we can in people's homes and businesses. So what you're going to see is this kind of wind energy moving around. You think of wind, you know, it can be so gentle, it just kind of caresses your face, and the next moment it can be destroying everything in its path. It's very fickle, and it comes from kind of all different directions as well. So if you're looking for opportunities, December is going to be a great month for that. However, when the opportunities come along, you have to grab them really, really quickly, because that wind energy, it doesn't hang around, okay? It's not going to sort of sit and have a cup of tea while you think, oh, hang on, let me think about it, you know? You either take it or you don't, and you miss out. So that's a key thing to think about. Now, the people who like this type of energy most are those ones who have wind energy as part of their astrological makeup. If you're not sure if you're a wind star or not, then just have a look at my website. Click on the Feng Shui Astrology link and you can work that out. So these people love this type of energy, but unfortunately for you wind stars, you know, it's going to be so frustrating because you're kind of like, you're stuck in the middle. All of us other stars are kind of zooming around you and going with this fast energy and all these changes going on. But you're going to find it really frustrating because you're going to feel a little bit confined. Whereas the rest of us experience wind energies are going to experience a sort of a freedom, really. So not the greatest month for wind stars, but you know, work on this kind of your perception of what confined means, and you'll be fine. I'll talk a little bit more about that in the tarot as well. So energy-wise, all sorts of stuff going on. It's going to be exciting, it's going to be fast, things are going to happen, and you can really take your chances and take opportunities this month if you're brave enough. Okay, let's have a look at the tarot now. The three cards I dealt today were, we have the Star. That's a nice card, actually. I like that one. We have the Chariot. Now, he came out reversed. That's what he looks like normally. Okay. And the third one was the Eight of Swords. Now, the Eight of Swords, we've actually had this one a few months ago, and I talked at quite a length about that. But I was talking about feeling confined. If you look at this picture, you know, this woman is bound, she's blindfolded, she feels she's caged in, and she feels she's kind of stuck in this bog. But, you know, if she changed her perception, she could loosen those bindings. They're very, very loose. She could take off the blindfold, and she could see that she's not really in a prison. The only prison that she is in, the only boundaries she's experiencing are the ones that she's made herself, the ones that we kind of put in here. So that's a key thing to remember this month. If ever you feel constrained, just think about why you feel that and where it's coming from. The answer might surprise you. Okay, the Chariot. Now the Chariot is it's a card all about strength, but again it's about mental strength. So it ties in really nicely with this card. Remember, it was reversed, and I think the reason this particular one was reversed is because this feeling is intensified, partly because we've got it with this card. So when we're driving a chariot, what we need to do is pull all our strength together. It's about focus. It's about focusing here, though. So it's about being very, very clear about your goals, what you want to achieve in life, and focusing everything on those and forgetting all the other stuff that's going on around us. Now, some people may say that's selfish, but it's not really, because you know you have to put yourself first. You have to make yourself successful before you're in a position where you can help other people. So that's the key message with that card. It's really about focus. And you know, with all this kind of different type of energy shifting going on this month, it's going to be hard to focus. It's really going to be very, very difficult. But if you are focused and you get the opportunities come along, you'll know which ones to take and which ones to leave. So that's a key thing as well. Now, the other thing that happens when we've got all these shifts and all these changes going on is that it can have quite a depressing effect on us if we are that type of people. Not all of us like a lot of change and a lot of upheaval. And this is why I like this last card. This is the Star. It's a major card, and it's really so indicative of hope and of optimism. And it's kind of like, you know, looking up. if you've never done it, I highly recommend going out somewhere dark when the sky is clear and actually looking up at the stars. It may sound a bit, okay, but it is the most amazing experience. First of all, you're standing on ground, you're grounding yourself, and as you look up, you will get a feeling of just how big this amazing place is that we live in, and just how small you are, but also how important and how key you are. And as you get that feeling, you'll feel all your stresses and worries almost drain out of you and drain into the ground. It's just an amazing feeling. And this is really what this card is all about, okay? It's about looking towards your goals, wanting to advance yourself, knowing that you have the ability to do that. It's that old saying, you know, even though we're in the gutter, we are looking up at the stars. And whenever we can look up at the stars, there is always hope. And on that message, you know, that's such a nice message to leave it on. So enjoy December, enjoy all of this stuff that's going on. Just go with it, you'll be absolutely fine. And if you celebrate the holiday season, then have a wonderful time too. And I will see you next month and next year.